It's a journey of 6 hours from Calabar, the capital of Cross River State. So we had to start at dawn, 5 a.m. precisely. Another tale of displacement is in the offing for some citizens of Taraba State. This time, communal clashes has forced migration on some folks from Takum local government area.
And at the same time, they could sneak into our mountain.
As we travel, our minds wander on what we could possibly find, judging from challenges in recent times of violence. The travel guide suggests that Obanliku, a local government in Cross River State, is now home to the internally displaced Fulanis from Taraba State. Sighting this gate tower is relieving. Behind this world lies an unfolding story of refugees who have traveled all the way from Taraba to Benue and now to Cross River in search of peace that has so far eluded them. This is the reality that faced these people who by all standards bear Nigerian citizenship. However, they exude a strong instinct of adjusting to a daunting humanitarian situation with no access to electricity, shortage of food and deplorable health condition. In spite of their predicament, life must go on. The men must find food for their tribe, and so they take their cattle for grazing, while the women keep the home front. Homes reminiscent of what you see in war-torn countries. This is the typical bed that they have carved here for survival.
By picking them there for 3 there for cow, 2 there for my hand.
This is for cleaning. Come see your picking as you know where, so.
No, my picking them they well, but my body no well. Me I know well. Me I know well.
Doctor, don't come here, can't see you.
I know see him. I get one time the doctor when you come here. You know, but say anybody say tomorrow he come, but anybody may not go anywhere. I stay wait. I not see them. They not come.
That time they can't do immunization. They give
Then don't give them. Then give them.
Even as the Fulanis find themselves a temporary home, their hosts do not mind providing humanitarian services, but they do harbor some fears.
The situation is overwhelming us as we speak. Essentially, if it comes to health challenges, the number of cattle is over 17,000 and human beings are over 3,500. We have tried to drill a borehole at the refugee camp here to ease us of coming to supply them water in the GP tanks you see over there. Even the health situation too. 2 weeks ago, we had our national rounds of immunization. We came to immunize their children. The supplies we got from the state, because of the number of children here, 1,101, it almost overwhelmed the capacity of what we got from the state. We had to seek for more supplies. We sought for more days to be able to meet up with the immunization. So generally, it's overwhelming us. Security-wise, we are afraid. We don't know how they came there, what challenges they came, whether they came with weapons or not. We are not very sure since they left a crisis-prone area. And of course, a lot of them were taking polio immunization for the first time in their life. It's quite a challenge to us because we are battling to be polio-free in Cross River State.
And now these fears are more real than imagined, because the Cross River State government says that these displaced people will be repatriated.
What we are doing as a government, that we are determined to take them back. They say they come from Takum in Taraba State, and we have made arrangements. We have held consultations with them. We have held consultations with the leaders of the Hausa Fulani communities in Cross River State, who in turn have spoken with them. And so, any moment from now, between tomorrow and next, once we have the logistics in place, we will start evacuating them from there.
For the Fulanis, repatriation may not be considered an option, but for them, this new abode is the last grip of a lifeline in the battle to find a life of their own. But for the people of Cross River State, the heavily armed Fulanis, fresh from the trenches, raises a red flag for their own safety, while their farmland is at stake. In the next couple of days, it's hoped the intervention plan of the Cross River State government may change reality. For the big story, Benga Ashiru, Channels Television News.
mama be like you. No noodles be like Indomie.
Indomie instant noodles. Tasty nutrition. Good for you.